However, not everyone believes that the body in the car park was Richard III. My next guest doubts it. Dominic Selwood is an historian and author. Dominic, what a spoil sport. Why do you doubt it?
Well, the science is actually quite surprising. The carbon dating of the body actually shows that the skeleton in the car park died either 25 or 35 years before the Battle of Bosworth. But the research team accounted for that by saying he probably had a fish-rich diet, so they changed the numbers. The paternal line DNA, which is the most important one for Richard, that's his Plantagenet DNA, he doesn't have it. He's not a Plantagenet. And the researchers said, well, that's probably because there was an illegitimacy somewhere in the line of succession. The eye colour and the hair colour in the DNA code are for blonde and blue. But actually, all the earliest pictures we have of Richard show him dark. And the researchers said, well, that's because the Tudors changed the paintings because they thought the Tudors thought, dark was bad. And then finally, the scoliosis you mentioned. There's no account in Richard's lifetime that he had any sort of spinal or back deformity. That came later with the Tudors, who also said that he gestated for 2 years in the womb. He was born with hair down to his shoulders and teeth. But what we see with the skeleton in the car park is not a hunchback. It is mild scoliosis, which actually in all likelihood would have been covered by clothes or armour. So actually the science is a long way from proving it definitively. What we do have is the mitochondrial DNA you mentioned, showing that he came from the right maternal group. But all mothers give it to all their children. So in a very small period of time, you have a large number of people who have it. And when you're talking about the aristocracy of the late medieval period, someone buried in a friary somewhere, it's really not unlikely that there were many people who shared that group, even at the Battle of Bosworth.